I'm often asked what the weakest link is in writing a proposal. And in a proposal, there's so many different elements that go into it that are very important, and that's submitting your mandatory requirements and not missing any. It's understanding the client's intent and the requirements. It's writing clear, concise, and compelling proposal response. It's answering the questions the way your client actually wanted you to answer them, and giving them the details and the evidence that they need to evaluate you. The problem with what is the weakest link ends up being that each and every single one of them can make you fail to win that business. So instead of thinking about which of the links is most critical for you to focus on, what you really should do is focus on the strategy. Before you start writing, before you start doing any work on the proposal, sit down and look at what your strategy is to win it. And by doing that and assessing the client, looking at all of your examples that you have, your existing clients, and developing the criteria that you need to win that business, you're going to strengthen each and every single one of those links. You're going to make a much stronger chain as a result, and you're going to win more business because your proposal will hit the mark and your client will give you a higher evaluation score as a result. And that's how you win more business. One of the techniques that's often used in business is a SWOT analysis. That's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. While it's usually used in a more corporate context for business planning, you can use it when you're writing a proposal. And here's how you do it. First, on strengths. Look at everything that you think is a strength of your organization, and also look at everything that you think your competitor is strong at. Next, weaknesses. You do the same with weaknesses. And when you do this on yourself, you need to be very honest about yourself and what you're truly weak at. You're always going to be able to find things you think your competitor is weak at, but you really need to think of the weaknesses that you have, because the only way you're going to win is by addressing those weaknesses and understanding them. The next one's opportunities. Sometimes when you have an opportunity, you're going to have a different strategy in your bid. You may be entering a new marketplace, a new client type, a new geography, and those might actually be opportunities for you. So instead of, for instance, building in the price of a full supervisor, you may choose to only go with a half supervisor, understanding that you might be able to augment your business and therefore charge the rest of the supervisor elsewhere. Then you have a better price. So now we're coming to threats. And when you look at threats, it is usually based on what you're not good at or what your competitor is very good at. And when you look at those threats, you can also further analyze what you need to do in your proposal, how you need to write it, and how you need to address the threats that you might have again from a competitor, for instance, who might be better at something. They might have a geography, coverage in that geography that you don't have. And by understanding each of those strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, one of the things that you can do is establish your strategy and write your bid in a way that meets all of those elements, makes it stronger, and helps you win more business.